year long. So here are the winners of our 2K TV Awards for 2K21. Starting with Beach Champion, you partied hard, built rep, and dominated at the 2K Beach this year. So our 2K Beach Champion is Ocelia.
First of all, I just want to thank 2K TV for giving me this opportunity, and I want to thank all my supporters and thank all my followers and all my subscribers. Next year, I'm going to try to be the first legend. You know, we're going to keep grinding. Shout out to Ronnie 2K, even though he can be a little crazy. I want to shout out my boy Forensic Files, AI Player, Rome Pill, my boy Uzi. And if y'all aren't ready, make sure y'all go.
Coming up next, the Pistons taking on the Wizards. For the Detroit Pistons, an excellent year so far, claiming second place in the East. As they delve deeper into the season, they continue to set their sights high. Wizards, Pistons, coming right up. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Looking now at some numbers for Pascal Siakam.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And now Washington's starting group. And for the Pistons, we've got C.J. McCollum. Towns is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's White in at the 1. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
Well, you bring up some great points. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Pass to Towns. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Embiid. The 10-footer finds the target.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets Embiid apart is he does it with such ease.
There's the dish to Fisher. Defended by Towns. Drops in the layup for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Embiid following the bucket by the Wizards and stolen by Barnes. Pass to Fisher. Jams it with authority.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And Detroit has possession following the bucket by the Wizards and stolen by Barnes. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. White the pass to Siakam. The Pistons keeping it alive, a new 14. Here's Embiid. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And every year, Embiid's rebounding seems to get better. Continues to demonstrate a real hunger on the backboard.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Here's Fisher. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Fisher. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And White kicks to Embiid. Back to White. Shoots from the elbow. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Nice touch from the mid-range. You can't give Kobe White these looks.
Guarded by Embiid. Pistons trail by 5. Siakam deciding where to go with it. White against McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The pass to Barnes. Tries again. No good that time. And the Pistons now going the other way. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course went on to win it.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one.
And Joel Embiid pulls it down. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Heat. And the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. He believes that Pascal Siakam has reached that superstar level and has to be treated as such. Coach said he's going to get our undivided attention. The same things you do against LeBron or KD, we're going to do against Pascal. Now that is some respect. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The Wizards have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Embiid finds Siakam. Good D by Barnes.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. And the truth is, This league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And it's blocked, and they get it back.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Fisher against White. Fisher can't hit.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Defended by Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Culver's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And so he makes both from the line. So it's the Pistons now. It's a 5-point game. Passes it to Siakam. A 3 from McCollum. Washington with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
Marcus Smart's checked in for White. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. We'll take a look at the Pistons. Off to a great start this season, currently in 2nd. And checking out Washington. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And right now for the Pistons, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Here's Fisher, following the score by Jarrett Culver. Count that bucket. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 7. And here we go. Fisher heading to the hoop.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Now here's McCollum. He had 13 points in the win against New York. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night. Washington leading now by 7. Guarded by Embiid. Outside, Smart. And again, Washington with the triple.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here's McCollum. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Barnes. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's a 12-point Washington lead.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Here's Embiid. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
Here's Barnes after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Back to Barnes. Five on the clock. 11 feet away. The putback. Detroit with the rebound. A shot by Coburn. Nobody around. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Detroit shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Livingston's checked in, and Dinwiddie subbed in for McCollum. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
A really good 2nd-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Smart. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Paul. Over Beverly. Detroit with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Livingston. Not going to go that time. And Washington the other way now. Lobbed up there for Barnes. It's stolen by Livingston. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this is what Beverly likes. Playing at a high pace, making his presence felt in the open court.
Pass to Whiteside. Ball outside. Lock at 6. Outside, Smart.
See, that's a solid effort on the defensive glass. You need guys who are willing to work, willing to get their hands dirty inside.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Wizards. Leading by 5. And another miss by Washington. Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Culver, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
With that long wingspan, Hassan Whiteside saying, no, not in my house.
The shot's good from Paul.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Beverly finds Embiid. 1:15 left to play here in the first. Pass to Beverly. That shot off. Some solid D from Paul. Wizards leading by 7. Here's Dort. Finished off the break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Beverly. Dinwiddie outside. Embiid inside. He's covered by Whiteside. That one drops for him.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
The pass to Paul. Barnes right side. Beverly against Paul. Over Beverly. Embiid with the steal. Beverly against Paul. Here's Beverly. To the paint. Shoots a fader. That shot off. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, Towns is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's Livingston in at the 3, the small forward.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
Here's Dort, and here's Barnes for 3. Drops in the tray. Barnes has got 8 points.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
So the wing on the left. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Embiid.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Paul. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami. His first shot coming late, and it's White missing. For Detroit, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Beverly deciding where to go with it. That one good for 2. Beverly's got his second bucket.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Here's Paul. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja. Both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And that one falls for Paul.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taken 4th overall, but will be the clear #1 in a do-over.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York. Pistons passing it around. Here's Towns, and there's another one for the Pistons.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
So many of Whiteside's points, they come on dunks.
Pistons trail by 5. Siakam outside. Down low. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Siakam. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Covered by Siakam. Detroit with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Whiteside sends it back. Defended by Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. 14 points for him.
Worked that one inside nicely.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 5-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. And he's good on the 3-ball. Livingston's got 5 points so far.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Passes to Whiteside. Paul outside. There's the triple. And again, Washington with the triple.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Livingston passes to Siakam. And Whiteside sends it back. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's White. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Rely on Derek White for good feeds. He plays unselfish heads-up basketball.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So for the Pistons, McCollum's checked in for Dinwiddie, and it's Kobe White in for Patrick Beverley. And a switcher also for Washington. Fisher's checked in for Paul. Now, here's Siakam. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
Here's Livingston. 7-point differential. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Siakam. Towns trying to get open. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
One of the numerous changes Siakam's made to his game. The ability to stretch you out.
Fisher against White. Fisher can't hit. Detroit's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's McCollum. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
I mean, call him a combo guard, 2, whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Here's Dort. This one for 3, and it's White with the rebound. Pass to Livingston. Now here's White. Siakam outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yes, people have been surprised by Siakam's offense. What I'm surprised about is the efficiency.
The Pistons have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. First free throw is good. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
That one drops. He ties it up.
From a role player to an elite talent, Pascal Siakam continues to impress with his all-around game.
Now here's Smart. He has 5.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Siakam. Out to White. Over Smart, and it's White missing. Wizards have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Dort. Sweet little floater. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And here's White. A 23-point game for him in the win against New York.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
So it's the Wizards now, following the 3-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Outside, Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Fisher. Fires for 3.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And Dort gets it to go.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
In this period, they're feeding him. and he's feeling it.
The Wizards shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Find the lane. One shot.
Pistons trail by 8. Here's Culver. And that time, also a missed shot. Washington has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Dort. Here's Smart. And again, Washington with the triple.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the three. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Wizards making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Siakam. He's gotten his share of votes, but there are still a lot of players in front of him.
And it's just been tough in the East this year. Kevin, so many guys are having huge seasons. Even getting near the top 10 is impressive.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. And it's White missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Pistons trailed by 11. Back to Towns. Kept alive. Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Washington.
Washington's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. White against Fisher. Here's Barnes. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Siakam. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pistons. They trail by 9 points. Washington's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Fisher. And another miss by Washington. Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. This is his first chance at the line tonight. First one falls.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the Pistons. No good on the second free throw.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a score and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand. And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Here's a look at some stats for White. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's averaging about 19 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Got a piece of it. Smart on the wing. White covering. Inside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Thursday, they'll take on John Wall and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at that Jazz matchup, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Here's White. Fisher grabs the board.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
For 3, sinks the triple. He's got 27.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now McCollum. From about 19 feet, and he hits the jump shot. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Guarded by Embiid. Embiid with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's McCollum. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And they're moving it up. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
White bounce pass. With 2 seconds left, it's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Embiid.
Good heads-up basketball from Kobe. Spots a wide-open shooter and gets it to him.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Wizards out front as they wrap up the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, they made a run there at the end. How did that happen?
We didn't do a good job of closing the half. We got to contain them from not making shots. We just got to do a better job.
We'll see if you can do that. Thanks, Carl. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Things were going Washington's way from the beginning. They didn't wait long to put together a 9-2 run. They were making a lot of tough plays look easy. Looking at the scoring breakdown, they ended up going wire to wire in the first quarter, never once giving up their lead. At the end of the second quarter, they were playing magnificent ball on both ends of the floor, closing out the first half on a huge 18-7 run. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, it's a nice, patient offense they're running tonight. They're not forcing shots. They're waiting for the good ones. And as efficient as they've been, no wonder they're in front.
Kenny, what'd you think about Detroit?
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively.
They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Taking a look at the Wizards. To the inside. The jump hook, and that one goes long.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Wizards leading by 11. Over in the corner, Barnes. Rebound by Joel Embiid. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And a wide open look for Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his third assist on the night. Barnes with it. For the three. The Wizards with another miss.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. For Detroit, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
One shot.
The potential is there for Kobe White to be a scoring machine. I love the strides he's been making.
Wizards leading by 6. Barnes outside. Fisher against White. And Fisher kicks to Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns. The Wizards have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. Pistons trail by 8. McCollum outside. And here's Fisher. He has 7 on the wing. Barnes. The Wizards with another miss.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup? What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
White wide open. He fires. It's good from long range. White's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
White the pass to Siakam. Inside, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
Outside, White. The 3. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 32.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Cullen passes to White. And he banks in the layup. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
Look at Kobe White attack and adjusting to contact. Beautiful play.
No good off the back of the rim. Pistons trail by 10. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. White with the defensive effort. Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. That's good, and the assist goes to Fisher. Fisher's got his 4th assist in this one. White the pass to Embiid. Kicks it to McCollum. Now here's Embiid. 24 points for him. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. Offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Embiid's got 26.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Detroit. Patrick Beverly comes in for White.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Towns. Putting up about 24 points per, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
And that one drops. Paul's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Pistons have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. Here's Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think, let's be honest, it makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both.
Their usual strong work at the line has been on display here tonight. Then again, they almost never have an off night at the stripe.
Now here's White. He has 6. Kicks it out to Paul. White the pass to Dort. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Whiteside. He can't get it to go. Now the Pistons take it the other way. The drive by Siakam. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Paul looking around. Dishes it to White. Back to Paul. With the floater. That shot is off. Dinwiddie with some nice D. For 3, Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's a nice play call. Working the ball to Siakam where he can do something with it.
Now here's White. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And another miss by Washington. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. 8-point game. Shots good by Siakam.
Got to get up on Pascal Siakam. When you don't, he hurts you with the jumper.
Washington's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Right side, the pass to Dort. Count the basket. Dort's got 9.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Siakam outside. And the pass to Embiid. Now here's Beverly. And the 3 off target. And here comes White, leading the fast break, and he comes up with the deuce. And now a 9-point Wizards lead.
Derek shows the ability to run the floor. His coaches will appreciate that effort.
Dinwiddie kicks to Siakam. Fades away. The shot off that time. Wizards leading by 9. Paul for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Beverly. He's got 6. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Here's Dort. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's White. 8 points for him. Here's Whiteside, stolen by Beverly. Here's Siakam, and Siakam throws it down.
This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. The Pistons making a change here. Culver's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Smart's checked in. Ball against Beverly. Paul passes to Smart. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Detroit with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Siakam throws it down.
The innate ability of Siakam to see the play forming and gets where the team needs him.
Ball outside. Looking to get back on track here. And the shot goes in. Paul's got 4 points this quarter. Pistons trail by 7. Now Culver. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Dort. Here's Smart. Offensive rebound. Misses from short range. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Pistons. And that one, good. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Dort from downtown. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Siakam. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Smart.
Using that length to attack inside, Siakam's a major challenge for any defender to stop.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Whitey's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Siakam hits them both. Washington leading now by 3. Ball outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Chris Paul is just a master of drawing contact on shots.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And he makes the first. And so Paul nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pistons trail by 5. Colbert kicks to White. Over Paul. Bank shot, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Washington with the ball, following the 3 by Detroit. Here's Paul. No good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Siakam passes to White. Dinwiddie kicks to White. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
They get it back. Here's Barnes. Towns with the defensive effort.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Defended by Towns. Releases. Offensive rebound. Barnes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Wizards lead by 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. White is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Towns, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now, pick and choose where to be aggressive.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Fisher, the pass to Paul. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Towns dishes to Dinwiddie. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by Smart.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Fisher can't hit.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside, White. Over Fisher. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from White.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Back to White. From past the arc, nailed from three-point land. White's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to Fisher. They double him with Siakam. Ball against Siakam. 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Embiid. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Clock at 4. No good on the quick 3.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
McCollum, no good.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
good from Barnes. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
McCollum kicks to Embiid to take the lead. They get it again, and he hits it to tie the game up. Embiid's got 30 points.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain the effort.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Fisher against White. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tenacious inside play from Kobe. Gets the shot off and a trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. White, he's checked in for Washington. Both shots good from the stripe. Fisher with the ball. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Towns, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Towns has got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. He lobs it up.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. McCollum deciding where to go with it.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. McCollum. And so McCollum nails both of them. And here is Barnes. Pass to Fisher. Back to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Fires from the line. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid. Siakam passes to McCollum, and he gets it to go.
Timeout.
McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Here's White after the basket by Washington. Here's Embiid. Pulls in another board. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. Yeah, second chance points again, a huge problem for this team.
Here's Fisher.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Now here's White after the miss from Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. White the pass to Siakam. And here's Embiid. And it's McCollum in the corner. Embiid trying to break loose. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Embiid. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter. Guarded by Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
McCollum outside. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Detroit. And Embiid drops them both. Wizards trail by 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Free throw. And the second free throw, good.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Right up top, he's covered by Fisher. The shot from 20 feet away. Kispert with the bucket. Kispert's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons. Wizards have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Guarded by Embiid, kicks to Fisher. Lots of room. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. Pistons leading by 4. Loads it up there for Siakam.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
Fisher up top. And Washington again with the bucket. Now here's White. McCollum outside. Back to White. Fires the 3. A second chance effort. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Detroit making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
One shot.
Wizards trail by 7. Outside, White.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. White the pass to McCollum. From the top of the key. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Pistons lead by 7. Washington shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Fisher against White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The free throw drops for Fisher. Fisher hits them both. Pistons leading by 5. Siakam outside. The pass to Dinwiddie. Now here's McCollum. White covering. Now here's Embiid. Defense is right there. And finished off by Siakam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Passes it to Barnes. The first one falls. That one is no good. And it's Dinwiddie the ball, bringing it up now for the Pistons. 6-point lead. Here's McCollum. Doesn't go for him. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Shoots from the block. Rebound, Detroit. Siakam's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. The shot will not fall. White with the defensive effort.
I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
McCollum, no good. Wizards trail by 6. The kick out to Barnes. Pulls it up. They get the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
That one's rebounded by Embiid. Pistons leading by 6. Siakam outside. He kicks to Dinwiddie. Outside, White. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid trying to break loose. And it's White missing. Wizards trail by 6. A drive by Barnes. Good D by Siakam. Detroit's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. White, wide open. He fired. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Kobe White doesn't need much time or space to get off that catch and shoot.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 1:14 left to play here in the 4th. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Guarded by Embiid. Pass to Fisher. Plenty of space. Good. Nothing but net. Fisher's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Embiid makes it off the glass. Embiid's got 39.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. Culver's checked in for Dinwiddie. Good on both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
And so White will bring it up for the Pistons. Right wing. Here's Embiid. No good there. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Down low. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Dinwiddie's checked in for the Pistons. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
To the middle. Here's Fisher. No good. White with the defensive effort. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
Adding a little cushion to their advantage. Nice work at the line.
Here's Fisher. The Wizards with another miss. Now McCollum. And so the Pistons take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want, every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.